fight in here! The sea will come for us again!
Up behind us! They've come to punish us!
My gracias.
Let me go! Sibelius the Infallible knows! I was just hungry.
One man's misfortune is another's sustenance. That's life.
Put your claws away! I spotted the thing first!
No, you didn't.
Be on your guard.
Dumb. And everything in it's mine too.
Pictures looks right. Put a bolt through my gizzard if it's not a rich kind of thing.
Never still for long.
If I poke around a bit, God Emperor willing, I'll have enough for food.
Effective as always.
Asking me to feed them.
Keeping my eyes
Can't you at least give me a measly starch bar?
God Emperor, forgive me! All it was, it's all gone.
Resolved. Mind your surroundings. Moving.
God, Emperor, forgive me. All that was, it's all gone.
Truly allowed to behold an agent of the Golden Throne. One of those who fervently serve the God Emperor within the ranks of the Holy Inquisition. Saint's blood. I can hardly believe it. I am Deaconess Invida, a servant of the Adeptus Ministorum. By the will of the God Emperor, Cardinal Ignato himself has permitted me to bestow blessings of the Scintillan mission upon the worthy. I am Deaconess Invida, a servant. Several cycles ago, despite my unworthiness, I was raised to the esteemed rank of Deaconess and entrusted with the vigil over the reliquariums of Scintilla. Such service alone is uplifting, but aiding true heroes such as yourselves. Thousands of times I have prayed to the God Emperor to grant me a chance to serve the Imperium and humanity. And so, at last, there came the hour to choose who among the clerics would accompany the Blessed Sister into these lands. It took many pleas to be given a place in her retinue. And now, with the greatest devotion, I aid the defenders of humanity. May the God Emperor guide you toward the shortest path to your enemies.
This ignition unit is registering an approaching layperson. High probability of ensuing communication. What is the reason for your query, layperson? This cognition unit carries the designation Isolus M88. He is part of the Lathe World Fleet's contingent stationed at the Expeditionary Corps in the Maris Sportum Sectorus. This unit executes regulated issuing of equipment from the Adeptus Mechanicus repositories, on condition of adequate access level. Isolus M88 provides maintenance for sacred mechanisms in the service of Sister Septima's detachment. Currently, primary duties are not being executed due to unsolicited communication, causing the unit to experience Tier 5 torment.
Never still for long. Effective, as always.
Leander de Taral's acolyte. I remember you. Rarely does one meet acolytes who bear the burden of their duty with such zeal. Continue to be steadfast in your undertakings, and you shall learn the grace of serving the God Emperor. I thank the God Emperor for this. Corruption cannot disturb an empty mind. For now, you need only know what I tell you. First, Inquisitor Millicentilia has lost the greater part of her servants in this Hab Zone. This has slowed her investigations, and, consequently, our joint work. Find out what happened to them as soon as you can. Otherwise, Inquisitor Millicentilia will be forced to spend time she should be devoting to saving Calixis. Second, my servant Durkis was to make contact with the local preacher Ursimus. His orders were to question Ursimus and bring me the particulars I require. Durkis has the gall not to present himself before me. You must descend into the bowels of this rotten place, learn where Durkis is now, and bring him to me. You will recognize my servant by the robes of the Ecclesiarchy, black hair cropped short, and the implant plate set into his forehead. The Lord Inquisitor has transferred all of you to serve under my command for the duration of this mission. Therefore, at present, you are to follow my orders. What happens afterward, only the God Emperor knows. To avoid fruitless searching, go to Confessor Ursimus, head of the Flock of Repentance. He dwells in the so-called Upper Town. You will find him at the very top. The workers' devotional service should be drawing to a close, so you may pass through the gates freely. Say that I sent you, and he will reveal every secret. Given the circumstances, Durkis may have perished in the last tidal surge. If so, I require his body. My servant was meant to keep records of his activities. Inquisitor Millicentilia is conducting her own investigation here. Her efforts are, without doubt, directed at supporting the Tyrantine Cabal. Yet, upon learning of my arrival, she did not see fit to join my righteous mission. Our talks about working together have stalled, and she now avoids my company. Given Inquisitor Millicentilia's dire circumstances, it is all the more surprising that her agent, Rufinus Scragg, is probing the Marisportum Sectorus on some mission. I must know what he is trying to sniff out. My people have lost track of him, therefore I entrust this task to you. According to the report, the agent bears an old burn covering half of his face, and an augmentation on the lower part of his left leg, below the knee. These distinguishing features will guide you in your search. Yes, I want to be kept informed of developments, and Mistress Millicentilia is slow to share intelligence. My people are needed here, but you are a different matter. He who is charged with watching the agent failed in his duty, and now pays the price for that negligence. This, however, was merely a temporary lapse. It is heartening to see that you grasp the significance of this mission. I am not finished yet. Since the last tidal surge, people have been disappearing from these parts. Most of the missing were certainly swallowed by the raging flood, yet others vanished afterward. People continue to go missing. On some nights, as many as 50 can be unaccounted for. Among other tasks, you must discover what became of those unfortunates, and who is responsible for their disappearance. That is all for now. Go and see to it.
No sense in delaying.
I didn't think it could get any worse here. But Marisportum has a way of surprising you. After the flood, this cesspool reeks worse than ever. Oh, I know. I can't wait to get out of here. Hopefully, when the sister accomplishes her mission, she'll cleanse this place with promethium.
Keeping my eyes open.
I have business with you. You are the servant of the Tyrantine Cabal, if I am not mistaken. I am pleased to welcome you. Your name has been on everyone's lips at the Bastion lately. Assisting the Sister of Battle is doubtless a good deed, but still, an acolyte ought to work with proper Inquisitors. Do you not agree? My patron, Mistress Millicentilia, is right now inspecting the excavation outside this little settlement. A courtesy visit would be, at the very least, prudent on your part. I can escort you to her. Immediately. No, not at all. I have been keeping watch on the situation in the settlement. Lately, Marisportum has been far from peaceful. Then, by luck, I saw a familiar face. Your face. Not many in the Imperium would be foolish enough to wear a sigil without the Inquisitor's authorization, wouldn't you say? Forgive me, but that information is classified, and I am under orders not to disclose it. Inquisitor Millicentilia will tell you all you need to know. As you pass the Sisters' camp, keeping it to your left, look for the pipes heading beyond the town and follow them. Sooner or later, you will arrive at the excavation site. But it would be best if you allow me to guide you there. Very well. It is not a long walk, but watch your step. The local water is full of toxic chemicals.
My patience has grown thin, old man. We can proceed to the next stage of interrogation, though you will find it even less to your liking. Have you remembered anything?
We have guests, Inquisitor.
Mistress Millicentilia. I saw him at Sister Septima's camp and thought it best to bring him to you immediately. I give the Bastion's envoy over to you. By your leave, I must return to my post.
Anton Zerb's newest protege. I thought you'd make an appearance sooner or later. Spess, I've not seen you in some time. It is a pity that you've decided to use your talents in the service of another Inquisitor. Is that so? I did not request any assistance from the Cabal. Since you are here, that means you were sent by Lord Inquisitor Zerb. Only he knows about the mission. Gareth, see to the witness's wounds. He is not permitted to die before the end of the interrogation. Dariel, I'll be waiting for a report on our progress. As for you, your arrival is the best evidence that the Lord Inquisitor is losing patience. Isn't that correct? My expedition team has gone missing from the excavation site. Workers, disciples of the machine cult, and guards. It started with the first seaquake that hit this hab zone. The workers complained of fatigue and ceaseless nightmares. This is not a local incident. People all over the Maris Portum Sectoris are suffering from similar symptoms. Many of them have likewise disappeared without a trace. More and more are going missing every day. Reports have shown that these disappearances are systematic, so we can rule out natural population decline. We must learn why people in the Hab Zone are disappearing, and you will begin your investigations right here in my camp. Even an amateur could see there are signs of looting. It might have been more than one group. Was it several? Find out. Reconstruct the events that took place at the camp. I graciously give you my permission to use the sacred mechanisms bestowed upon the Ordo Xenos by members of the Cult Mechanicus. And do not forget to interrogate the witness. The old man knows something, but it seems my methods have caused him to lose the last of his memory. I do not have time to coax the answers out of him, so you will deal with it instead. When you are done, report everything you have learned. Any questions? That is unsurprising. This is a rare piece of archaeotech that even I had to go to great lengths to obtain. The spirits of such machines have the ability to briefly project hololithic images based on the archived data, be it picts, cogita records, or tactical diagrams. I have other equally important matters to attend to, and asking me such questions requires a level of trust that you have not earned. Do your job, Acolyte. It is true that rescuing rabble is not my responsibility. However, I cannot ignore the fact that there is some connection between the timeframes of these disappearances, both of my people and the locals. There is also the mysterious circumstances of these disappearances, and the spread of nightmares in the Hab Zone. As for what that connection is, that is for you to find out. Try not to announce to all of Maris Portum that the Inquisition is operating here. Though even if you introduced yourself as the Lord Inquisitor, I doubt anyone in this place would believe you. Investigate the excavation site and piece together the evidence. Reconstruct the events at the camp, then talk to the witness, and report back to me. One of my specialists is already investigating the lower level of the excavation. Find out what he's been able to discover. Take this amulet. That way he'll know I sent you. I expect the two of you to work together on this. I need results.
It's a rare fortune to see an acolyte of a dead Inquisitor not follow him to the grave on the Cabal's orders.
Numerous signs of bruising, superficial damage to the surface layers of the skin, apparent loss of integrity in some of the smaller bones. The procedure was performed with sufficient expertise to ensure that the witness would not expire, yet retain the ability to feel pain. Still, I would recommend refraining from further application of violence, given the subject's age.
Yes, Master. I used to scoop grease off your food vats here. Traded it for rations at the market. The first time that great machine of yours went all quiet, I waited a little and came to see what this place was about. I saw intruders here with weapons. So I hid in one of them vats and they didn't spot me. That's where I've been hiding every time since. But now you found me after all. About a dozen of them there was. They had guns. Scary folks. Could have been bandits or such like. I didn't get a good look at them. But they weren't here for the food vats, that's for sure. Oh, I know about the sleep sickness. When the sea started shaking, that's when the nightmares came. Everyone came down with it. Those flock of repentance folks say it's the God Emperor warning us, telling us to repent. But I don't know about any of that, Master. I just want to get by. Believers from his congregation, Master. They've lost their way, though. They've all forgotten St. Sibelius's name. And now they say everyone should cleanse themselves through pain. They say that's how we can serve the God Emperor and save ourselves from the nightmares. They have a leader. Fancy old name. I forget what it was. But I did see their marks around the camp. Written in blood, they were. I have, Master. I have. There's those divers living by the shore. Madmen all, I tell you. One day, there I was, walking along the shore, seeing what the sea might have brought. I look over, and it's them divers. Chanting something, or maybe it was witchcraft, I couldn't tell. And then they started dumping corpses in the water. I took off running. It was horrible. I heard those apostates worship some sea creature like it's a saint. It's why they butcher people, to offer them to the beast. I haven't seen it myself, Master, but it's what people say. The Baron's orders were that no one was to come near this place. But those armed intruders, they look like his lot. Oh, Sensibilius. Thank you, Master. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Don't you have a job to do? Why are you sticking to me like fungus? At once.
Whatever she's looking to find here must be worth the risk.
Keeping my eyes open. The Holy Ordos teach vigilance.
Traces of fading psychic force activity detected. Changing scan mode to construct a hollow projection based on residual particles. Identifying anomalies in visual representations. Any deviations from the norm will be made apparent.
Never still for long.
I see you bear the pendant of Inquisitor Millicentilia. Greetings, emissary. Your arrival is timely. I just finished my rituals of perceiving. You have guessed my race, but I am no foe to you or your tribe. Inquisitor Millicentilia and I have forged a temporary alliance, one that benefits us both.
I must admit that the Inquisitor has always adhered to a principle of tolerance toward alien species capable of communication.
Judging by your reaction, Inquisitor Millicentilia did not deign to enlighten you about the identity of her associate. Like an earless person querying the melody of a song, you are trying to understand that which you are incapable of grasping. Abandon the attempt, small creature. I have no time to waste on fruitlessly explaining my gift. Inquisitor Millicentilia wished to know if sorcery was involved in the disappearance of her underlings. Sorcery of a special kind, which has its source in the darkest corruption. I hear the echo of what your kind calls the Empyrean. However, in this sound I discern not the foulness of that which the Monkey call the arch-enemy, but ancient fatigue and the malevolence of a twisted mind. It is powerful, all-consuming, and at the same time, feeble, like the sigh of a song lost in a labyrinth. Sorcery of monstrous power that served its purpose, whatever it was, and then vanished without a trace. Your people are too young, and your perception of existence too rudimentary for you to comprehend the Empyrean in any depth. I will only say that the corrupting forces from beyond the Veil hold sway over many creatures. There can be no doubt that the secrets of such species lie buried in the past of this sector. Secrets whose very revelation would imperil your feeble mind. Save your breath. I am a Wayseeker, and I am here because Inquisitor Millicent Tilia is offering me protection on my mission, in exchange for my gift. Those who follow the path of the Seer among my people are much more attuned to the Empyrean, and our manipulations of it lead to far fewer consequences than your fumbling. Inquisitor Millicent Tilia has chosen my skills over the assistance of one of your witches. I am a guide and navigator for my kind. My gift enables me to chart courses through the webway, and in real space. There exists another application for my gift, but that knowledge is of no use to you. It concerns only my people and our sorrows. Your kind cannot hope to genuinely claim ownership of any planet, small creature. And I am unwilling to reveal the reasons for my presence here. Suffice it to say that I am seeking a path to salvation out of a ring of darkness, away from a peril far greater than the discord between our species. I can guess what you are referring to. The echo of their songs whispers across this world, and here as well. Perhaps you could have received it, were it not for my arrangement with Inquisitor Millicent Tilia. I have no interest in the company of a monkey that will simply be underfoot. Larthir. My name is Larthir Cainareth, small creature.
Registering evidence of forced access to the storage. Incident classified as an act of sacrilege and subversion of the authority of the... Registering signs of a confrontation between two armed groups.
Keeping my eyes open. Success. Always on the move. Keeping my eyes open.
The investigation of the evidence provided the following information. Identifying key features for comparison.
The internal fluids left the body post-mortem, most likely due to the rockfall. All across the primary wound area, the vessels and fluid tubes were cauterized at once. I have never seen such neat and clean wounds.
Moving. Reconnoitering. Keeping my eyes open.
At once.
Everything we need to make progress in the
Keeping my eyes open.
We just need to know where to look.
Always on the move. Never still for long.
Something you wanted from me, small creature? This part of real space conceals many secrets buried beneath the ashes of the ages. Before your kind came here on their campaign of destruction, the local worlds bore witness to many civilizations, but one stood out. There is scarcely a planet in this region of space that does not bear traces of it. No. I was drawn here by a song distinct from theirs. But the depths of this world hide so many springs that the very air rings around me, and I cannot hear it properly. Inquisitor Millicentilia was supposed to assist me after I helped her. If you can convince Inquisitor Millicentilia to pass her obligations to you, and this time, the monkey will aid me first. I will not wait until I have exhausted my usefulness in your eyes, and you attempt to betray me. I will be interested to see how you fare in your endeavors.
Here's the acolyte. Last year has already informed me that he told you of his findings. I dare say what he told you might even be the truth. Some things are more accessible to the cunning mind and heightened perceptions of an Eldari. This is your chance to make use of his abilities. It would be unwise to spurn it. Out of the question. As of yet, you've not proved yourself capable enough to be permitted to have dealings with the Xenos. Did you think I would entrust a Corsair ally to a bumbling incompetent? Provide me with the reconstruction of the events, and I'll consider it. Do you plan to inform me every time you sneeze? Draw your conclusions and submit a full report, Acolyte. Are you sure you have not missed anything? Then do so.
At once.
Never still for long.
Have you learned anything useful? Are you sure? You think my camp was robbed by some fanatics? An interesting theory. Do you have anything to support it? It seems there was a skirmish in the camp over supplies. But I am not yet convinced of your conclusions. What about the strange footprints you found? I assure you, there are no four-toed mutants in my expedition team. You have decided that the tracks leading out of the camp belong to the bog beasts. Really? And you think they were wearing my workers' boots, do you? Some of your conclusions are tenuous. Too tenuous. I cannot rely on inaccurate information.
Your emissary's conclusions are tenuous because the tracks at the excavation site contradict each other, whereas the truth is not what it first appears. Someone took pains to ensure that the traces left behind would sow confusion in the mind of whoever might attempt to unravel this mystery.
I knew there was something you weren't telling me, Corsair.
I saw no reason to state that which is so obvious. I should have not forgotten that I'm dealing with Monkey now. This small creature has reminded me.
Either way, we have one indisputable piece of evidence. The tracks leading out of the camp. Look, they are crisp, clearly made by heavy work boots. But I already said my people would never leave their posts willingly. Find out where they lead. Can you manage that? Something strange is afoot in Maris Portum. My agent, Rufinus Scraig, has been working undercover in this God Emperor forsaken place for several months already. We were due to meet at the excavation site, but the latest seaquake cut off our communication. Track him down and help him with his mission, if necessary. Tell him that Lady M sent you. He will aid you in your investigation. You are wasting time right now asking stupid questions. Scraig has been keeping an eye on Maris Portum. He is a valuable source of information. Rufinus prefers to cover his face, but if you pay close attention, you will spot other signs. His augmented lower left leg, or his tattoos. Memorize them, Acolyte. This is how my people recognize each other. I tasked Scraig with investigating a clan of swamp mutants on the outskirts of the Hab Zone, and assessing their usefulness to the Tyrantine Cabal. These are his reports. Study them. That will be enough to start with. Any other questions? Very well. I am not opposed. Canareth?
Time will tell if this small creature can live up to his word. For now, I will trust my instincts and consent to changing the agreement, on the condition that he assists me with some unfinished business here in the settlement.
Fine. Acolyte, now Larthir Canareth is your burden to bear. Do not expect it to be easy. Offering protection to a Xenos is risky. Don't be afraid to mention the name of Anton Zerg. His patronage will help you avoid the wrath of people like Septima.
Speak with me in the place where we met. I want to discuss exactly how your newfound patronage will benefit me.
Think carefully about what you will tell her. Betray the Inquisition, and it won't just be your career that comes to a swift and invidious end. Clever. Indeed, it refers to the Kroot, carnivorous Xenos native to a different part of the galaxy. This clan is settled on the outskirts of the Hab Zone, and has been under observation by the Ordo Xenos for some time. Keep its existence a secret, until the mission is complete. This case is not as simple as it appears. Do not rush to any conclusions. Turn over every stone in Maris Portum before you send your case report. Your task is to dig until you uncover the truth, not to pin the blame on the first person you meet. Find out what happened to my workers. I hope you understand me, Acolyte.
Initiating data upload to the sacred repository. Data.
Moving.
Centilia wished to know what happened to her underlings. While exploring this place, I have discovered many mysteries, buried secrets, hidden songs. They are here, beneath the ground, waiting for someone to listen and unravel them. Some are connected to the Xenos you asked about, but not all of them. The melodies of these mysteries rise to the surface in places where the veil between the Empyrean and real space has worn thin. I must reach these places and perform rituals to hear what is being said in each song. They are located in areas where dwellings of your kind are concentrated. Millicentilia's entourage calls this place the Marisportum. I will turn all my attention deep underground, to songs forgotten by time and hidden by the ashes of generations. When those songs find a listener, they will reveal to me the mysteries that echo beneath our feet. A place full of life. A place imbued with emanations. A place hidden from prying eyes. To what end? Our mutual aid does not entail any additional social rituals. That is only natural. Well, perhaps we can exchange a few words, if circumstances allow. Come. When we draw close to one of the places I seek, I will hear an echo of one of the songs, and I will tell you.
scanning of the tracks has been discontinued. Continuing the...
Kind master, give alms to the poor. Then Saint Sibelius will put in a good word for you with the God Emperor.
Never still for long.
The water's hidden all suitable places for the ritual, and the Song of the Depths is
Failure
barely...
to identify trail.
We must search the area beyond the Whitehead Blade's camp.
Hello, Master. You do look passing strange. Nobody here goes around dressed like that. I'm Zolder, Master. Junior assistant to the third repairman in the central drain collector. My shift finished and the sea filled our collector with water. And the foreman didn't get out. The excavation... The place where the big noisy machines were rumbling? No, I haven't seen him at all. I only know that they went off somewhere. Well, I found it. No, I found it. Honest. It was in the Flock's pit where they chuck all the corpses. Everyone their torture goes into that pit. If they don't die right away, then onto the spikes they go and job done. Afterward, they strip the corpses and hand out the clothes to their own people. A jacket like this would be too posh for the likes of them, so I took it. Please don't tell the penitents I stole from them. Exactly so, Master. Torturing and murdering. They can't get enough of it. No, please. Don't hand me over to the Flock. They'll burn me alive for this. I pinched the jacket off a body left by the Baron's men. That was before the sea rose. The Baron's men dragged some unfortunates over to the shore. They were carvers too, only they were filthy, and the jackets they were wearing looked bloody good. The Baron's men shoved weapons into their fellows' backs and told them to jump in the water, so they jumped. I waited till the carvers were gone, and then I took it. He doesn't need that jacket anymore, does he? The Flock, they mind their own if you don't cross them, but if the Baron finds out I stole from him, he'll chop my hand off or maybe kill me. So I figured blaming the Flock was easier. They're an odd lot. Thank you, Master. I'll remember you for the rest of my days.
Keeping my eyes open.
Something. Anything. A pace of a starch bar. Or else I'm off to join the Flock. The Baron promised his protection. But where is it? The holy man is talking sense. If I die, I'll die with a light heart.
Yes! Feel the purifying torment, brothers and sisters! Christ, the God Emperor! Rain, open the void! Oh!
That's it! Taste the pain and sweetness of repentance! Come with us! We will show you the way to the truth!
No sense in delay.
Before the Rift Colleges get here.
He's on his own! Take him down, boy! I'll crack your head open for the Emperor! Not me enemy. The sergeant ordered to fight until reinforcement comes. But all the enemies are dead already. You're not the enemy, I thinks. Then, are you reinforcement? Yes, inventory number. But you can call me Coke. It's what the sergeant calls me. We was on patrol. These ones came at us. Wounded the sergeant. He gave me orders. Hold position until reinforcement comes. The sergeant went to cover the rear, he said. Sergeant Ollie, 10th Platoon, Salinton, Satillon, Fusiliers 27. That's right, I thinks. With Sergeant Ollie. He went to get reinforcement, but he'll be back. For me? I'm not allowed. It's what the sergeant says. But he's not here, so I'll take it. I got orders. The sergeant said, hold position. Until the sergeant says so, I not leave position. You should have. Other Fusiliers talked with him on the Vox. You try it too.
Among many paths belonging to others, I see one that fits. Frightened. Cowardly. The monkey went to the water, and surrounded by water, he reached the end of his way.
I got orders. the sergeant has been gone long. Maybe he got lost. Maybe more of these ones attacked him. Have to find the sergeant. All right, we'll go. But can't leave Fusiliers like that. There's bugs here, and those reinforcements are always late. All right, you'll command until we find Sergeant Ollie. Then he'll command. He knows what to do.
Reconnoitering.
Look what I found! I sell it, we'll eat like the rich for a year!
Resolved.
Just say you stole it, you fool!
Moving. Adequate.
When will it
it end. First the...
Release the divers and I promise you an easy death.
I can't believe you! The Baron's mutt! Everyone knows that your boss saws people's arms and legs off!
Listen, let the fishermen go and you can clear off back to the swamp. I promise I won't shoot you in the back. Not today.
Sure, we'll do that! These stinking fools are our best shot at some loot!
Stop, you idiot! Can't you see we've got a situation here?
Oh, shut your trap, newbie. Listen, you're not local, are you? Help us out, eh? I'm Calby, head of...
A new audience? Let's see what happens now.
Call me Dire Spike, I'm in charge here right now. Those bloody ferals, Crimson Fangs lot, got past the guard post and holed themselves up in the hangar. Only there's black sludging divers in there. Now they're asking for ransom. Usually they just grab someone or rob them and run back to the swamp. But they're getting cocky now.
What are we supposed to do, eh? We went to that hole in the ground to get our loot, and those vicious bastards was there. They took out 2 of our squads. Man's got to eat, you know. And now, I've got you. Tough luck. What can I say? We'd have grabbed whatever was decent and been on our way. But we got a tip. It said the Baron had boxes of fizz in his warehouse. Explosives, you know. So we went, opened the crates, and there was nothing in them but rubbish. The Baron must have found out about the rat and left that dross for us. But we can't leave empty-handed. So we'll get what we're owed, even if it's through hostages. You hear?
They call themselves ferals. When the Baron, the boss of us carvers, took over after the flood, he drove anyone too stubborn for their own good, and all the looters out into the swamps. They formed their own gangs out there. Then the water came again, and there was no one to watch over the border. So these gentlemen capitalized on the situation.
What are we supposed to do? We went to the hole in the ground, and the swamp mutants was there. Bad enough when your crazy Baron sicked those freaks on us. The bastards here ate the whole lot of us. We're not stupid enough to mess with them. But fishermen are easy, but... You know what? You can ram your questions down the fish's throat! I've got nothing to say to any mutt of the Barons! Booze! Lots of booze! My boys are bored without it! If you bring some, maybe we won't kill them all.
Wait here, Fang. We're gonna settle this.
Don't take too long in there, all right? My boys are twitchy buggers.
What's your plan?
I suggest we use Lord Commander Cherzo's tactics. Daring an assault on a fortress of heretics, he bribed smugglers to deliver a shipment of provisions laced with paralytic poisons. We could likewise find some effective toxin and add it to the drink.
If you get the drink, I'll handle the rest. What? Are you out of your mind? While you're running back and forth, they'll kill my guards.
Baron Crummer. To make everything right, we...
Don't kill us, good master. Rotten Fish was only giving a litany to usher along this warrior of the God Emperor to rejoin him. Oh, this is Rotten Fish, good master. A hermit, a diver in the past, and just an old woman now. Oh, Master, Rotten Fish didn't see it first. Her eyes are almost gone, and he was all dirty and scruffy, covered in blood, clothes all filthy. When she finally got a good look at him, oh, saint's blood, a warrior of the God Emperor, dressed in uniform and bearing the sacred symbols.
I would like to note the presence of blood in the cadaver's mouth and nostrils. The primary wound, clearly inflicted by a low-power lance weapon, did not result in immediate death. It was the victim's subsequent wounds that caused their internal bleeding and eventual demise.
The warrior came already wounded. The fish wanted to make a seaweed poultice, but he didn't let her. He shouted, brandishing his weapon and cursing us. And that's the way he died. May he meet the God Emperor on the eternal battlefield.
That's just like Sergeant Ollie.
The fish never would have dared, good master. As soon as his spirit departed, people took everything he had. That's just the way it goes, noble master. So don't be angry. Why let good things go to waste? It's just this shell that's left. It whistles and hisses just like the prattle box by the gate. It could be something dangerous. Or maybe it's a precious thing for wearing. You have a look now.
It's Sergeant Ollie. He's all dead. Sergeant Ollie was bad at fighting. I shouldn't get to say. Commander.
Always on the move. Resolved. Tread carefully. Staying sharp. Success. No sense in delaying.
What about the pet? Did you find where he was hiding out?
At once. Resolved. Reconnoitering. Mind your surroundings.
In the name of his all-encompassing forgiveness, I reverently inflict gaping wounds. Let them be filled with pain. In the name of repentance unending, I will rend my flesh and the flesh of those who are blind and deaf. Behold my shame and my guilt. Enduring and persevering, striving to wash away your transgressions. I cast you into an abyss of misery.
Success. At once. You have my attention. With purpose. Executing.
Things are getting seen. Maybe it really is time. Like Ursula says.
Step right up and take your pick, Master. Inktooth offers the best the sea has to toss up. This knife used to belong to a daring man. He wielded it to shield his family from the swamp mutants and lost his life. Later, his children brought me the knife. I traded them 3 rations for it. Great choice, Master. Give it a little scrape with a slipstone, and it'll sharpen right up, good as new. What am I supposed to do with sense, kind master? We've never used money around here. We trade everything. If you have Medicaid kits, that's crackin'. They're much needed here. I'll trade anything for them. Guessum will do as well. The Baron's charging triple for it these days. What? How was I to know? I'd never take 'em from important folk. How about you take 'em off my hands before I get into trouble? Come back!
Reconnoitering. Effective as always.
What's the matter, Loomis?
Did you find what you were looking for?
You mentioned poison. The Lumers don't need to know, but me and the boys brew some here. For personal use, you might say. It's your call, but keep the vial anyway as an advance for saving my boys. Toss it, sell it for a good price, whatever you want. It's a popular item, poison. Always good to have on hand.
Fine. One person can go. Either you go, or you pick someone.
I'll covers you from here.
Look out, lads! A negotiator's coming your way! Well, did you get a good look? Your boggle-eyed pals are in one piece. You're right. There'll be more terms to come. And to make you all more agreeable, the negotiator's got to bleed.
Success.
At once.
What are you hanging about here for? Go save the fish eyes.
Never still for long.
The God Emperor and Saint Sibelius! We're alive!
Pretty little bloodbath that was. Oh, but not all the fish eyes made it, though. So, looks like you owe me for the loss, eh? Ah, come on, I'm just pulling your leg. A few divers, more or less. Who cares? Here, take this for the trouble. Raw material from the sea bottom. The divers bring it to shore, and the Baron makes good guessing out of it. Valuable stuff.
place where the veil is... I can feel the place... The veil is thinnest. I can feel... I do not intend to show my face to the white-haired one.
Calcadus von Veneer, Inquisitor of the Ordo Xenos and member of the Tyrantine Cabal. A man steeped in radical attitudes and eroded by false convictions. He was accused of numerous deviations from dogma and faced execution at my hand. This rosette is a reminder to your patrons that the name of the Golden Throne will not shield them from retribution should they err in their service. I put a heretic to death, and I will do the same to any who tread his road. Be it an inquisitor, a minister of the ecclesiarchy, or a planetary governor. I have been charged with monitoring the Tyrantine Cabal for this exact purpose. To expose and exterminate heresy that parades itself as non-standard methods. Canoness Marcella, who commands the detachments of my sisters on Scintilla. Perhaps, in time, you will be granted an audience with her. Ignorance is the God Emperor's blessing. Remember this more often, Acolyte. You came in the final hours of this pit's existence. The waters have returned, and now, in their weakness and unbelief, the inhabitants of this loathsome cloaca are doomed to become heretics. Many of them are so ignorant that they would never even recognize a sigil of the Inquisition if they were to see one. The knowledge of their degeneracy fills me with sorrow and anger. It was foul enough at low tide. Now it is unbearable. Much has perished beneath the poisonous waters. This is the Marisportum Sectorus, the hive's underbelly and its outskirts. Not long ago, the gods keep and every...
I can feel the... It's where the veil is thinnest. Somewhere close. I can... The veil is thinnest. Somewhere close.
Be on your guard. Effective as always. Adequate. No sense in delaying.
I can feel the place where the veil... Yes, I hear the song of the Empyrean with clarity in this place. Step aside and I will begin. Song of the Empyrean is too complex. There are too many notes, all crushed together in utter cacophony. I could not make out the melody. Nothing. The Empyrean was not forthcoming, and it would be extremely unwise to press the issue. No, not all of them. However, some songs of this world are older than others. They are barely audible, but those who listen to them risk their very souls. Even I have been enthralled by it. But if such a song were to penetrate a monkey's consciousness, it would simply consume them. Deaden your soul and your senses. Become more and more deaf to the world around you. You are already on your way to doing that, but enough questions. It is time for us to move on. New voices are calling to me. Let's find another place where I can hear their songs.
What about the pest? Did you find where he was hiding out?
Always on the move.
Effective, as always. Keeping my eyes open.
Detected a fading sign.
Mind your surroundings.
I'll have to explain it to you in your own language. I'll die because of my own mistake.
Always on the move.
Death was unexpected for the monkey. His final sensations were astonishment and vexation.
At once.
to explain it to you in your own language.
I'll die because of my own mistake. The irony.
Reconnoitering. Be on your guard.
Study the source of the outgoing signal. Observe match with the data slate's frequency. Insignificant.
No sense in delaying. Reconnoitering. Tread carefully.
Study the source of the outgoing signal.
At once.
Observe match with the data slate's frequency. Insignificant. Activating analysis.
No sense in delaying.
Cross-referencing lines on the marshy terrain. Analyzing the data. Calculating the subsequent trajectory of the unknown subject's movement. Analyzing the surroundings. Further trajectory is impossible to calculate. Scanning the air.
Judging by the state of the tissue, it has been here for some time. Dismembered post-mortem. The internal organs, if I may? Internal organs remain intact, partially replaced with augmentations, none of which have been removed. My finding? A violent death with no accompanying looting.
Identifying key.
Notice these characteristic scabs. A symptom of ash fever. The disease causes the person's internal organs and dermis to dry out, inevitably and painfully over a very long time.
Additional activation of power supply units required.
A waste of time. Making haste. It will be done. Executing. It will be done.
this opportunity. I'll make it work.
Connection restoration paused. Additional activation of power supply units required.
A calculated risk. Following the plan. It's futile. Come what may. It will be done. Following the plan. I'll make it work. A calculated risk.
paused. Additional activation of power supply units required.
With purpose. Come what may.
Executing.
With purpose.
Restoration paused. Additional activation of power supply units required. Restoration paused. Additional activation of power supply units required.
Always have a backup plan.
The operator on the Alpha Arm confirms connection is restored. Resetting elimination protocols. Transferring control to the Fabricator General.
Fabricator General Cartesiarchus Hecatus Prime on the line. Servo Congregator Cycle reorganization completed successfully. Detecting preservation of security unit functionality. The layperson has demonstrated an uncharacteristic degree of prudence for his station. Authorizing reward. Your status has been elevated to resource of value. Calculating recompense. The agreement between the Holy Ordo and the Priesthood of Mars permits the exchange of secret information within acceptable parameters. Environment conforms to standard Hive zone. Distinguishing features, marshy terrain, extensive reserves of defunct equipment, presence of a tribe of carnivorous xenos. The existence of the Maris Portum settlement and its inhabitants is negligible. This mechanism is designated as a servo congregator, serving to collect and subsequently process information. Research units conduct reconnaissance and assessment of useful assets within this HAB zone. Decisions regarding dismantling and transportation are then enacted. At present, resource acquisition is hindered by the dire condition of this HAB zone. Aquatic activity, manifesting in a sudden rise in water levels, is rendering local systems and Adeptus Mechanicus property inoperable. Communication is being prolonged, insistently proposing its termination. Prior to the loss of communication with the Ark, this Servo Sentinel was lost during a reconnaissance mission in the HAB zone. Proposal: return this unit to the fold of the Machine God and receive gratitude. Authorizing issuance of gratitude. Layperson, the value of your physical integrity is now equivalent to that of a standardized MX/18 Sigma circuit board. Rejoice. Registering numerous defects in the servo-cranial module. The damage matches that caused by the impact force of a primitive blood tool typically employed in the barbaric tactics of local bandit groups. Hypotheses formulated. Unknown individuals have violated the integrity of the Servo Sentinel and used it for their own worldly ends during excavation. May the Omnissiah punish the unworthy. The data archives contain pertaining information. Hypotheses formulated. Several Servo Sentinels did not return into the fold of the Congregator before the sacred machine entered hibernation. In the absence of Servo Sentinel data, the probability of retrieving the required information is close to zero. However, considering the possibility of the Servo Sentinel's return, it is not equal to zero after all.
Keeping my eyes open.
Analyzing the data. Calculating the subsequent trajectory of the unknown subject. Analyzing the data. Calculating
No
the
sense in
subsequent
delaying.
trajectory of the unknown subject. Registering. Remains matching the crude Xeno. Species in the spot. Initiating data.
Keeping my eyes open. Reconnoitering. Always on the move. Keeping my eyes open.